Hey YouTube. It's been a really long time since I've updated, but I'm finally getting the opportunity. I got a new computer last week, and it's kind of cool. Actually, the timing's a little perfect because the last time that I updated was over a year ago, and I was in a really bad place. I was getting ready to be readmitted to the hospital, and from there I got worse, and it got to the point where I eventually needed surgery to correct what I had done from my eating disorder, and I was still seeking hospitalization for a while and being threatened even with hospitalization, tube feedings, things like that. Um, and I was just in a really dark place in my life, and I'm kind of glad now that I didn't get to update my videos during that time, just because it was really negative and just pretty depressing, really. So I'm glad I was able to spare you guys that, even though I know I did talk about a lot of negative things, and that really can't be helped with an eating disorder. Unfortunately, that's kind of the nature of the beast. But I'm very excited to be able to share today. I think I've come a long way, and I have some really awesome news. Several cool things to share. One is yesterday was my 25th birthday, and that was pretty cool. My birthdays in the past have always been like overwhelmingly traumatic and just really terrible. They've always been a really triggering day for me with my eating disorder and self-harm, just because of the trauma associated with my birthday. But this year was really kind of cool. I had a friend from church who's my mentor, and I really kind of consider her to be like my mother. She threw me a party and had some people over, and she baked me this wonderful vegan cake, and it was just cool. So I had a good time with that, and then I got to celebrate it with my husband for the first time. And yeah, so I wasn't married last time I was on here. I got married 6 months ago. The man who I married, I met in Bible study, and we were friends for a while. We probably met around the time that I made my last vlog, but we were friends for quite a while, and we started dating last New Year's Eve. And 6 months later, we tied the knot. So we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary of being in like a relationship, and 6 month anniversary for our wedding. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to have a husband, and he certainly made my birthday really special yesterday. What else? So today is a really exciting day for me. As cool as my birthday was this weekend, today is even better. Today is my 1 year anniversary of behavioral recovery from my eating disorder. I have not purged, binged, restricted, overexercised, or taken any pills in a year now. And that's a really incredible accomplishment for me. I never really anticipated that I would get to that place in my life. I always hoped I would recover, but I had never imagined that that would mean a total cessation of behaviors for me personally. I thought I'd always engage in behaviors at least a little bit. I thought I liked it, and I really believed that it was normal. And so I always figured that, I'd recover but still be able to do those things occasionally. Like, doesn't everyone go a couple weeks without eating sometimes? Or, doesn't everyone just purge a little after they've had a little too much to eat? And, it doesn't work that way for me. So it's been amazing, really. I totally give credit to God for that, and there's a lot of really cool things that I want to share about that. Actually, this is part of why I'm making the video. But I was so hopeless. I really didn't believe that there was any way for me to recover. I thought I'd tried everything. And maybe I have tried everything, and it was unsuccessful for me. And I had this feeling like I wanted to recover so badly, and I tried so hard, and I still just couldn't do it, and I didn't understand why. And what I've come to discover is that eating disorders are really a medical condition, and they're neurologically based, and they come from genetics. So it's a genetic mental illness. And basically what happens is certain individuals are genetically predisposed to eating disorders. And when they enter a state of malnourishment, whether that's from becoming sick temporarily, or going through a period of depression in which it's difficult to eat, having a really busy schedule and just missing too many meals, it can be really easy to enter a state of malnourishment. And so what I've discovered is that for some individuals, once they get into that place, they can't get out without restoring their weight. So I was able to restore my weight through a medication that I was on. It was not deliberate at all. But because of the science that I'd learned about eating disorders, I was able to use that to propel myself into recovery. And that is why I've been in recovery for a year. There were a lot of cool tools that have helped me stay in recovery when I've been tempted to go back into that place. And I want to share about those because I think they're critical, really critical in recovering from an eating disorder. Some of those things include support from a therapist and dietitian. I've been seeing a mentor also from my church, the one who threw me the party, and she's incredible. And just the support that I've gotten from my church was really, truly amazing. And just with my relationship with God, you know, just the difference in living in recovery versus in an eating disorder is incredible. And I can't even describe it to those of you who are still stuck in your eating disorder. And for those of you who've never had one, you can't imagine how truly trapped you feel when you're in that place and that you can't get out. A lot of people just cannot get out. It's not a matter of willpower. It's a really paralyzing mental illness. And so I'm just excited to share this information about the science of eating disorders because it's not widely accepted by the medical and mental health communities at this time. It's more like a lot of people just say it's not about the food, but it turns out it's a lot more about the food than what we initially realized. So I want to talk about that, and that's kind of part of why I'm starting this blog up. I hope I'll be able to help some people, maybe people who doubt that there is no hope and that there is no recovery, and that certainly if there is, it's not for them, because I was there. I had my eating disorder for, about 10 years. 10 years in which I could be diagnosed with an eating disorder, but I had disordered eating up before that. I think I started purging occasionally and missing meals deliberately, occasionally since I was about 8. I was in first grade actually, so that would have been a little younger than 8. Anyway, so I thought there would be no way to recover, and I'm finding that there is, and it's really beautiful. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing well and I'm happy, life is good, and life can be good for you too. So I hope you'll stay tuned. I'm going to try and update occasionally and just let you know how things are and share some about recovery tools and how you can get into recovery. And maybe it's not going to help anyone, maybe it will. It helps me to talk about it and kind of process what I've been through in a year. A lot has changed in my life. Between recovery and getting married, leaving my nanny job in order to be married, and just a lot. So anyway, God bless you guys, and just keep trying with your recovery. It's possible, and it feels really cool once you're there. So, alright, I'll see you all later. Bye.